say about to publish, but it's live, so we're gonna treat it like it's live now.
What I do is I check this. I go to the YouTube channel, and we live.
We are.
We are
live.
Hold on,
are we? We are live.
Hold on, wait.
We got to vote.
I don't think we live.
He's like, oh,
We're
damn,
not live yet.
I'm not sleeve ready.
All right, now we live. Now we better be
Now
live.
we should be live now.
Live.
Oh, look
Are we live now?
on these motherfuckers, man.
Are we live?
I think we live.
I don't know. Because right now it's like my phone say we live, but I don't see us on there yet. Are we live?
I don't know, yo.
No, we live. All right, so listen. It might not be live up yet, but it's definitely recorded. For the last 10 videos. So, like, it gives
so
like
it
a
gives
buffer.
you time to, like, be like, oh, well.
Oh.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We got the amigos back. We got our brother back smelling like Dior. Smelling like he didn't want to come back to Baltimore.
He did.
I guarantee that they looked at their obligations and they said, yo, I don't give a fuck if they said it right now, but they was like, yo, baby, me, you, Bonnie and Clyde, do we have to go back? And they decided
And we had to go back.
We appreciate it. But I know you thought about it.
Right.
Oh, shit. We are live.
Yo, you love that chair, don't you?
Not safe for ears.
I know you glad we brought that joint in.
Smoking a black out this hoe.
Woo!
We got the one and onlys. Because can't nobody replicate us. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Yep. Podcast Migos.
Podcast Migos. That's the new shit. We got my man Denzel, Malbec Green. All right, I just started liking Malbec.
You did?
I was making fun of you in my head with the name.
Did you drink it?
No, I haven't had it. See, I'm still a bum ass nigga. I haven't had Malbec. But I was like, man, Malbec. And I started
Oh, you just started liking the name.
I said, all right, I like this Malbec now.
Yeah, and then look, this was what I was thinking when I made it. I was like, if I wanted to shorten this, Mal Green instead of Al Green.
Mal Green.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Miss, all right, so let's just go ahead and do it now. Let's make it a thing.
Mal Green?
Mal Green.
Mal Green?
Yeah, Mal Green.
So now you got to sing now.
Fuck no.
You got serenade now. We are back. Thank you so much for
Guess what?
What's up?
Just grab these beers, right?
Easy stouts.
I can't give these away, so we're gonna try these on the podcast. So for the podcast, let's let them know what we think about the Java Head Stout. So it's Trogs beer, but it's like brewed with coffee beans.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, I like this.
Could be good, it could be shitty.
It could be.
I'm with it.
You never know.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
What as they say, salut, or what is it? I think they do is up, down, left. I don't know. Anyway,
That's actually really
That's
good.
not bad.
That's actually really good.
That's not bad at all, yo. I swear I thought that was gonna be some shit.
it's definitely stouty. So you have to
you can definitely
appreciate
tell
a
It's
nice
more
dark
stouty than
stout.
coffee beanie.
It is. I'm trying to brew with coffee beans, but you know, coffee beans taste like straight shit.
Then, after you take a sip, you gotta let it, settle on the palate for a second. You know what I mean? So then that way you
It's
can.
not bad, right?
Yeah.
Snap shades on. I feel like they got to connect.
I brought these for the niggas too.
Ooh, I like that. Let's show them
Yeah,
shot
show 'em
glasses. Check it
shot
out.
glasses.
Yo, so if y'all don't know, for those who may be just tuning in right now, this whole set was a creation of my man right here to the left, and he always is blessing us with dope shit. And
With dope
see
shit
that?
every time.
Look at that.
Like,
Especially
it
when you
never
fill it up.
fails.
Matter of fact, maybe we should show them how it looks, and once you fill it up, it's a skull. You feel
Why
me?
don't you put the actual drink in there?
Oh shit!
I'm not putting that in there right now, yo.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yo, you know how much I drink in the Dominican Republic?
Sure, yo.
If
You
I
ain't
didn't
gotta
come back,
drink right
now.
it wasn't gonna be because I didn't want to come back. It was because I couldn't fucking
you
make
couldn't
it, yo.
physically do it.
Yeah. That
All
shit
right,
is
so
crazy.
you want to jump right back and jump into recapping that a little bit, or what's up?
Do that.
Recap it. Bring
Do
it
that.
back.
So what happened, yo?
Bring it back.
Why did
to
you leave the
bottom
country?
of the map.
It wasn't to sell drugs,
Yo,
or was it both?
I think everybody else except me was expecting that we went to Dominican Republic
True.
to get married. In my head, I'm like, nigga, we've been together 5 years, we've been living together, you know what I mean? We already married. We already here. I'm trying to go to party. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much that's what we did. Like, that's all we did was fucking party. Yo, you can ask anybody, yo.
Look, let me tell you, I was at home and I'm with baby girl and I looked on there. I was sitting there and I was looking at her like, if you wouldn't have came, girl, I'd be there right now.
6 months later.
Our immune systems was so compromised by the time we left, yo. She was sick the last day. You know what I mean? I've been battling a little cold, gargling salt water every day now. Mm-hmm. But, yo, it's worth it, yo. The fucking shit. I mean, the ceremony itself was it was what it was supposed to be. It was a marriage ceremony. But other than that, yo, Thursday night, you know what I mean? Everybody went home drunk. We was in the casino. We was in the casino throwing. I wasn't throwing up, but somebody in my family was throwing up.
I'm not throw up. What the fuck?
Well, at the casino.
My guy, worst is happening at the casino at all.
Okay, it was my Aunt Pam, yo.
Yeah, Pam.
She was lit.
Hey, she was lit. She was happy for a man.
Hey,
come on. She threw it on somebody or just threw up
I
on
had to
herself?
go home. It was like 1 a.m. I'm like, everybody else went back and was partying at my cousin Corey's spot till like 5 a.m.
Ooh.
5 a.m. Yo, we snuck Mike and Taylor, Big Mike.
yeah.
They came in town on Thursday, but they were staying at our hotel on Friday, and they don't let you in the resort. Snuck them in the resort on Thursday. Fucking getting it, yo.
So you did something illegal, is what you're saying?
Slightly illegal. I mean, it's not really illegal. I mean, I don't think you can go to jail for that, can you?
I think you can. They come from DR. You don't have DR police looking for his ass.
Well, shit, they can get Kristen in. Fuck that shit.
Damn. All right.
I golfed Saturday morning before my wedding, yo.
Right, how was that?
You know, bro, golf is hard as fuck.
It is.
You ever golf before?
I didn't golf, but I went to the range with my uncle before.
Yeah.
I was trying to swing the shit out that golf.
Yeah.
But it's a science.
You be
to
trying to
it.
knock the head off the ball.
It's science.
You be trying to knock the cover off, but it ain't about that, yo.
Yeah.
It's really about like letting the pendulum swing, I think.
Yeah.
You know, but
it is.
I knocked down ale. I got a new favorite beer. In the DR, they drink El Presidentes.
Oh, shit sound hard.
Motherfucker's so good, yo.
What
They
kind
better
of
than Coronas to me, yo.
Is
It's like
it
a
a
Corona.
type of
It's like a
Corona?
Corona style type.
What is that, an ale? What's the Corona?
No, Corona's
Ale is Blue Moon.
It's like crisp shit.
no. That's a Belgium.
A Belgium.
It's a
Nigga,
Belgian
none of us
style beer.
know what none of that shit is,
I
yo.
know. I'm fake.
It's a
Ale-
light and crispy joint.
I like good.
Ale is more like Dogfish Head.
Oh, okay.
You put the glasses on, now he know what dogfish
Yeah,
head
well,
is.
motherfucker, you
I
better
mean,
know what
they got
the
the 90 minute, they got the Indian Pale Ales, they got
IPAs,
Sierra
yeah,
Nevada,
yeah.
the Sierra Nevadas.
Yeah.
Like, my father-in-law put me on game with a lot of different shit. I mean, a lot.
I believe it.
So that because he drinks ale.
But yeah, I'm gonna grab some El Presidentes for niggas for the podcast. They come in the can, just say El Presidente.
Do we have to also have a cigar for that?
We could.
Was that?
Good.
I feel like
I had
if you have
cigars.
anything Presidente, you gotta have a cigar.
Yeah, I think-
right.
All right, we'll do that.
And look, and I bring the Tatianas. I go to because have you ever had a Tatiana cigar?
Fuck no.
Yo, they
All right, you grab the Tatianas, I grab the El Presidentes.
What I'm gonna get?
I guess.
Russian ones.
What you say? Oh, I can maybe an appetizer. Maybe something that goes with those. Maybe some kind of nuts. Some beer nuts. No beer nuts. help me out. I don't know what to bring. Help me with what I gotta bring.
Anything but nuts.
I
yo.
bring some of that Jersey Shine.
It's already.
But oh no, we already got drink though.
Well, you can still bring Jersey Shine.
Is that conflicting?
Because if you
Jersey Shine?
no,
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, bring that. We'll do that when Mateen comes
We gotta
up.
get in the
Yeah,
team.
we'll do it like that.
400
Right.
stores.
Yeah,
In Jersey?
Yeah, shout out to Mateo.
That's a big
Shout out.
win. Shout
That
out.
nigga
my
doing
man.
better than Conor McGregor.
He just man. I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I can't
McGregor,
go-
fuck McGregor, yo.
I think McGregor's, he was at the Dallas Stadium with his fucking bottle. That's
Was
pretty
he?
hard.
All right,
That's pretty,
okay.
I
All
don't know.
right. Come on, yo. We try to pick up our
But for
man.
him, if you talking about somebody from the bottom up and he not no celebrity and all that, 400 stores,
Right.
and he can live off of his, I don't know what, I ain't gonna count this man money, but whatever the promo he put up saying I did it was very inspiring to me. So we're gonna have him on the show and he'll talk
Gotta have
about
him on
it.
the show.
Anything else you want to touch on with the weather? Let's get into the fuckery.
Of the wedding?
Yeah, give me some more fuckery stories. What happened?
Right.
Ain't nobody pee on themselves.
So did you
Nobody's hating on y'all. Y'all had
did you
no
try to have sex for 24 hours, or did you decide to
Well,
go?
We
to
didn't
sex?
stay with each other. We didn't room with each other on Friday night.
Right.
So I wound up sleeping in the bed with Damon and Taryn, and it was a king bed. So I'm like with my half the side, and I'm in the corner like this way. And I'm like, these motherfuckers start fondling each other, yo.
Who's in there? It was
Damon and Taryn.
You was in the same. It was the beginning of the
He was facing the other
I was
way
facing
while
this
he
way.
was
They was
going
cuddling
over
each other on this side, and I was like,
Damn, that's
and
hot.
Damon was mad as fuck. He was like, yo. Niggas get the short end of the stick when you get married, yo. Because it's like, yo, she in the bed just hanging out, chilling with her sisters
I
and
told
shit.
you, listen.
And no one told you over there cuddled up all alone.
Yeah,
like,
like-
Listen, you're gonna get a piece of the stick, but it's always gonna be 55-45.
Yeah.
Happy wife, happy. Come on, man. And it is a give me the word, like a pulling like a compromise, right? It's not they run it. That's not what I'm saying for our viewers that are watching.
What you're saying is you got to do more for them than
Yeah,
they
you gotta
willing to do for
understand
you.
what you're playing with, man, and you're not playing with these regular chicks no more. You're playing with the only chick now and forevermore. Until she start bugging, you cut her ass off. But no, that's not the case in this case. You know
Oh, I already said it like 3 times. Like, yo,
what? Don't start bugging now.
you change up on me. I'm
your
out
ass.
this motherfucker, yo.
You ain't going away. Anyway,
Yo, I gotta at least be able to say it.
yeah, you gotta be able to say
If I
it,
lose my freedom of speech in this yo.
Yeah, because you can't even do that with the Constitution right now.
Does the Constitution play when it comes to relationships?
I don't think so.
Freedom of speech?
No, I don't think so.
Because you really can't say everything that you always feel all the time. And
All
that's
the
part
time.
of a relationship, right?
Yeah, that is
You gotta
true.
pick and choose your battles.
Yo,
Yeah, you have
whenever
to.
she
And I think
said,
that if you don't pick and choose your battles, that's a great way to have those serious like complications. You know, especially when people say like you get the 5 or 7 year itch and stuff like that. Is because
what's the 7-year itch?
when usually what happens is like roughly about 5 to 7 years they say after
You get herpes?
married, then what'd you say?
Huh?
He said you get herpes.
No, better not, because then that means somebody was doing.
Yeah, that was there before the 5 or 7 years.
Right,
You
exactly.
had that for 5 or 7 years.
Right. But no, they say the 5 to 7 year itch is pretty much roughly around that time span is when you go through like the worst shit, and then it's hard for you guys to communicate, or like somebody might be speaking their mind a little bit too much or not enough, whatever the case is, and you guys are like at that breaking point, almost to a breaking point where you guys are like, I don't think this is gonna work out. So, and usually people say that after about 5 to 7 years is when things start to mellow back out.
Is that into marriage or just into a relationship?
Well,
I was about to bring that in. We've all been with our significant others.
Yeah, 5 years. Yeah.
Like, does this apply more to like true newlyweds? Like we met a year ago, we dated, we got married, we technically still don't know each other.
I think it's just 5
Or
to
was it
7
like-
years period.
Because I think me and Mo went through our 5 or 7 years,
Little
5 or
better.
7 years before we even got, because we didn't get married till like 7 years in.
Right. Okay.
And we had some legendary wars, my guy.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
talking
what
about like calling your man's crying, you don't know what to do, y'all fussing and fighting, fuck this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So we went through that before even the ring. So now when we got to the ring, I don't know if we ever talked about it but it was like, okay, we kind of know. Like the ring isn't like, okay, now you're married. We were married before we were married.
Yeah, that's how I
the
felt.
ring was just like the strawberry you put on the cupcake.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, all right, this is it. For
When we got engaged, that's when I was like, all right, we pretty much married.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, all right, now I'm willing to say that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? For the long run, fucking I'm going.
When you put some shit up on the page, though, yo. Some of them dope ass videos.
I
I think the
put
one
some- I
where
put
you
some on the
crying,
page.
I think we need to show that we're not, because sometimes we come off a certain way.
You think we come off the same way?
I'm going to tell you
I think
why.
we come off really loving to our
I did a
fucking
poll.
chicks.
I
yo.
did a poll. Now, my
Fuck
poll
no.
was only a small sample size of my followers following. So I put a poll up when we were talking about, when we had our last guest on, and we were saying that what guys think when the opposite sex, like the girl feel you cute.
Right.
And then we call out, man, we all had this conversation.
Shoot, what it do?
Yo, shorty at the front, that shorty, she feeling me. Oh, I wanna, even though we not trying to, grab her by the pussy per
No,
se,
yeah.
but it's that, yeah.
Don't you want to know you still got it?
I do.
Yes, absolutely. If you don't got it for these other chicks, or if it's your girl for these other dudes, how the fuck you know you still got it for your own person?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is that what
I
we talking
fucked up. No, you did perfect. I didn't finish the last part.
Oh.
The 2 people said.
I was like, hold
two,
on, wait a minute.
It was
that the finish
it
your
was
thought or
not
not?
2 people. It was like I got 2%. They were like, guys aren't like that. So guys don't go to the other guys when they have another attractive girl holler at them and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna get it up." We're not that way. And I'm like, no, we are that way.
Who would think that guys aren't like that?
Well, it was all females.
An attractive girl
It
hit
was
on
all
me.
females. Like guys aren't that way. I'm like, well, sweetie,
Shit.
you like to feel like we got the juice
Let a baddie hit on me. I'm like, damn, which one of my mans is single right now?
all day. But I can't enjoy it. Well, who else?
Right, just slide on past.
Y'all know that's how I met my wife, right?
No, what?
I think I told y'all the story, maybe off camera. My man's tried to get at it first, and we had a group. We all got cliques before we became a clique.
Yeah.
And you got your clique, and you got a girl who may be feeling you, or somebody trying to get her, but my man tried to holler at her, just off the whim, and for whatever reason, he wasn't getting the energy he wanted. And he said, "Look, man, shorty is too bad for nobody to get nowhere with her."
Somebody gotta talk
He
to
said,
him.
"Nigga, go holler at her."
Nah.
You sent me to the motherfucker.
You made her laugh right away?
Come on, man.
Yeah, you see how slick he was? He pulled the LL Cool J real quick. He said,
I probably hit it with the eyes. You know, we all got our tricks, right?
Yeah.
Height ain't for me. It ain't guap. So I'm okay, but it ain't guap.
So you think fucking caramel colored eyes is your thing?
He looked and did it.
Yeah.
What he did, I'm gonna tell you exactly what he did. He didn't have no shades on him, no glass. He looked her dead in their eyes and was like, "Hey, how you doing, baby?"
Is that what you did?
Facebook.
Oh,
What?
okay.
I met her off Facebook.
Seriously?
Yeah, she saw the profile photo, the one I was slaying the rest of them with, and she liked what she saw, and then it was the.
You had dreads at that point, right?
I did have dreads. She liked dreads. Mo like thugs. She like intellectual thugs. Mo's a thug.
She is a thug. Real life.
She could be Griselda.
Blanco.
Griselda. What's the opposite of Blanco? Negro. Griselda Negro.
You got lost in the mix.
Get the fuck out of here, yo.
No, you don't.
You got all right.
Oh, time out.
He doesn't know Griselda Blanco.
You don't know who Griselda Blanco is?
Yo, go home and watch any
Cocaine Cowboys.
Yeah, there you go.
Ah, the head chick, the widow.
Yeah.
The Black Widow, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know her name.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know a story.
Griselda Blanco.
Yeah, she like them young thugs.
Yeah, she did. She had a couple of them. They was hitmen too.
What they her hitman?
Yeah, they was also the hitmen.
She was grimy, yo.
Yo, she was off the hook.
She was.
I
think Mo could be the closest thing I've ever seen to Griselda Blanco.
Mo, y'all met her, and a lot of the friends who knew her before you guys do, y'all met her at a real calm. When we talking about that 5 to 7 years, I put a solid 4 into like, yo, everybody ain't trying to try you. She had to try you.
Put the beer in it.
I didn't. He did.
There you go.
That's mine.
Oh, let's shout out our sponsor real quick. I gotta reconnect with her too. With Love.B, right?
Yeah.
Keep going, Ma. Feel like you ready.
Man. Hand poured. Soy wax. Fragrance scented. Original shit. This is what we call original shit.
I know you
still got that lighter.
Light it up.
The good one.
Light it up.
It smells delicious.
Yes, it smells good.
It's ready for everything from holiday functions to just
to putting in the room right before you get.
This is good for the room.
Before you get
this is good for the room.
Right before you dig them down.
You got 5 senses. This definitely caters one of them. So
yeah, it definitely caters.
With Love.B.
It'll make your nose flare up a little bit.
And they tell you what date they was pulled.
Oh, that's hard.
I did not realize
that. I didn't even
the details.
The devil is in the details, motherfucker.
Like this detail right here?
Oh, he ain't see it on camera though. They saw it on camera.
Did you see it?
No.
This one right here?
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, look, what's the last time we got Did y'all see the one where the dude put his hand through the fucking chicken bite? Did y'all see that one?
No.
I did see that.
You saw that
one? He recorded. My man came from a chicken box. By like, yo, let me get some of that meat. Like, I got you. And then he reached into the box and threw it in the hand.
When he opened the box up, your shit was like this.
Did you see the dude who had a rat in his bag?
No, I didn't see that.
And the dude was like, "What the fuck? What are you doing with that rat?" He was like, "It was in my apartment." He was like, "What was he in there doing?" Biting my stepfather. And when I say a rat, I mean it looked like that microphone.
Oh shit!
Just had it like in his hand. I was like, yo, this nigga's real, yo.
You really shit. Holding a rat.
He's holding on to a rat, yo, with a plastic bag over it. And the rat was just chilling, like it wasn't scared.
Oh no, rats typically.
Rats are crazy.
Mean, they can be scared, but sometimes they just like go hard to paint. Yeah, I seen a rat stare me down one time before. I was at my It was after my mother and my father had like split or whatever, and my father was dating this one lady, and we had went around her house. And bro, when I tell you, my nigga, it was
Rat City
and rats all up and through that bitch. Like I'm sitting on the couch like.
Rats ain't like
yo, and I mean
eating Count Chocula.
Yo, and the thing about it was where the couch was, you could see like into the kitchen, and it was at like the kitchen door, like right there on the side. And I looked over and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And he was just staring at me like,
"Damn."
I'm like, okay, I'll look away.
That's scary as fuck.
Yeah, yo, he was just staring at me, and I was like, and I was only like, I was probably like 11, maybe like 10, 11 years old. So I'm looking at this motherfucker like, Bob. I ain't know what the hell was going on.
Let me ask you another question. I asked I'm off camera, but hopefully they can still hear me.
Mm-hmm.
What were some of the fears?
When? For my wedding?
Leading up to the
wedding. Let me tell you this.
24 hours before.
Let me tell you this.
Bigger philosophical ones, or maybe just the operational, like, yo, it's the preacher.
It was more operational fears than anything. And when I say that, I mean, I wasn't worried about being married, yo.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like we put in a fuck ton of work way before we decided to get married. It was no reason for me to be scared of that, but me and my mom did a mother-son dance where we like dance for real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that I was like, I gotta make sure my feet good. You know what I mean? But then,
so you practice a little bit. Did you work at two steps?
Yeah. I looked alright.
You looked alright. And I had a little bit of rhythm going.
When I did have my feet fucked up, it was on purpose. It was because I was like, just been like, oh, everybody out here now. I'm just gonna fucking just do what I want to do.
Right.
I'm not really trying to get the steps right now. Mm-hmm. So, but Kristen and her parents, they did a fucking dance. She got two dads, if anybody didn't know. They did a father-daughter dance, but it's two fathers. So she did fucking a dance to Single Lady. Was it Single Ladies? I don't think it was Single Ladies.
Not that one?
It was not that one. But it was one of them. It had Backstreet Boys. It was fucking Pina Colada. She did the dance to like six songs. Like a mashup of like 6 songs right before I did mine. I had no fucking idea she was going to do that shit.
Yeah.
I think I was so surprised. And then I was like, yo, now I gotta come real.
Shit got rich. I got out game up.
I had some game up that she did that shit. And so that's literally it. After that, it was like, try to make sure everybody have a fucking good time.
Yeah, that's
all I cared about the whole time. I was
that's
like, yo.
all, look, literally, that's all you really think about. Like, my thing is like, even like before my ceremony and all that kind of stuff, whatever the case is, leading up to, I'm more so concerned because I know how mine is. Monty, she is particular on details and she worries a lot. So it's trying to make sure that she don't lose her cool because of operational stats and all that kind of stuff. We want to make sure time, whatever the case is. Yeah. So it's like, I'm sitting up there, I'm more concerned about how she's doing than anything else. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't even, for me, it wasn't anything. You know what I mean? I was just like,
I feel like for us, it's a thing, but it is more the operational, which might speak to our, not genetics, but like to whatever makes quote unquote a man. I wasn't so much I wanted to make sure she was good the whole entire time. How's she looking? All right, so how did you feel?
Because she started the Bridezilla shit on the first day.
She started what?
That Bridezilla shit on the first day.
Ooh, she was a Bridezilla?
Yo, and you wouldn't expect that from her.
Ooh, give me the details.
Everything, yo.
Give us some.
I mean, I don't know exactly specifically what. I just know how I was feeling. I'm like, yo, this ain't gonna be how it's gonna be, yo. And I told her like, yo, everybody's here to fucking have a good time, yo. If we fuck this up because our energy's off, I'm never going to be able to let that down, yo. So we gotta fucking just, and then, you know what I'm saying? Just like, yo, if shit fucks up, that's the good story part. I think
it's a different pressure on them, though. I think it's a different pressure. Because really, be honest, they're not there for us. Our family's kind of there for us to see it, but everyone's there for the bride.
Everybody.
Because a wedding,
even you're technically speaking just
it's their real true ceremony. Yeah. That's maybe you having a baby and the baby shower is more of a 50-50 split.
Yeah, I think that's a 50-50.
Because the wedding is like, here comes the fucking bride. They don't even say groom.
You made a good point. How did I feel at my wedding? I remember watching him at his baby shower. I felt like that, yo. Like you felt like I felt like I saw you at your highest point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I wanted to make sure everybody had a good time.
I was exactly like you. Yeah. It basically, you left your body, no homo, got in my body, and then,
you left your body, no homo, before you said it.
So who body was in who? So he was the bottom. He was the bottom.
No, but that's exactly how I felt. As soon as you said that shit, I was like, I remember watching. I watched you more than anything. Nah, it's never in his body.
Because that's the biggest thing is, because even like when I host a party or anything like that, like whether I'm like with my cousin, because my cousin is a DJ. Shout out to DJ Lottie Dottie. Make sure y'all check him out. But whenever I host a party, or even like when I was at my uncle's wedding in Las Vegas and I was his best man, like. My biggest thing is to make sure that everybody is smiling. Like that's like regardless. I mean, even in a regular life situation, like I'm not about that sad and sorrow and all that kind of shit. Like even if something bad happens, all right, move on. This shit happened. Next one.
Yeah, let's plan.
Like now it's time to smile. We got to do something.
You want to know something y'all may not know about the Dominican Republic? What? It's #1 capital of the world of like prostitution and shit.
Speak on that.
Like their strip clubs are. They're brothels. They're not just strip clubs. They're like, like
so the cute girl really trying to sell some pussy.
Yeah. You know how here it's like sometimes strip clubs they show the UFC fight. They're like also sports bars.
But, yeah,
There,
they have pool tables.
yeah,
And
like
Straight
there
pussy.
is strip club / brothel. Like how strip club / fucking sports bar. Nah, fuck that shit. Strip club and you can know the prices.
They got a boom boom room.
They tell you
they
can
gotta have a boom boom.
Number one, you can fuck on site.
They might do that deal.
For an
They
extra
might.
fee, you can take them back to your hotel, but then they'd be like, if you take them back to your hotel, you have to make sure you know where the stripper is at all, the girl is at all times, know where your belongings are at all times.
Who told you?
Don't-
Who put you on game?
I never had a bachelor party, right?
Right.
So I'm like, I'm gonna have a bachelor party down there. So I'm looking into the different strip clubs, and if you go on the drop down box, it's like, dances is this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like you can see
shit.
you can pay to see girl on girl for this price. You can take them home for this price. If you
Oh,
decide
wow.
to come here and you want to rent one of our villas, you can rent this villa, and it comes with like 10 girls for the weekend, shit like that.
Wow.
And it's like literally, it's like it's a
And now
it's
we
a
can
fucking
expect them to have a
wow.
college trip down to DR.
yeah. I don't think we can go alone, yo.
Nope.
Think they'll let that?
We got to
They're
call us
not
out.
gonna let that happen.
Yeah, we'll be like, oh yeah, no, but we helping that. We
I
doing
think
the
we should go to Cabo or something.
We just like a mission. We doing a
relief
mission.
efforts, yeah.
Yo, he dirty.
Really?
Yo, just told how I was gonna lie to his wife about relief efforts.
I just take pictures of kids, couple kids.
All right, so we all get Bibles. We all get Bibles. We find some little kids.
Take some pictures.
First of all, I'm
Take
not
some
gonna take a
photos.
Bible because I don't believe in organized religion, but it's okay.
You can still touch
No,
a
do you
Bible.
believe in
You can't touch a
going
Bible.
to a
You
brothel?
can touch a
and have
Bible,
good
but at the
excuse?
same token, if I believe
touch a
if you,
Bible.
This is part of the plan,
Bible,
yo.
man,
Do you
Bible.
want to make it look
My
like
bad.
foolproof plan? It's
Yeah,
not
we
a
talking about more
foolproof plan.
philosophical. We talking
Yeah.
about how the best way to lie to our significant others. So
Yeah.
we can go see
my
these
bad, I'm sorry, I
brothels.
fucked that one.
So if we gonna lie to the highest
So
degree.
I'm gonna get a cross and everything. I'm
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yo.
We all preachers.
Put that white piece under your collar.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Oh, we would go straight to hell.
Before we go to hell?
Before we go to hell, we'll have fun. Is that what you said?
Yes, yes.
Hold on, I just
You look terrible, yo.
We are going straight.
Yo, that closet right there, straight ahead to the left, to the right. Yep, that closet. There you go.
Did you really say to the left? Because that really is the right.
Well, he thought you was probably go to the
I was about to
bathroom.
go in the bathroom.
I was going to go to the back.
What you gonna get, a rag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can use your shirt. What the hell?
No, I don't use your shirt, bro. You good?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
He spit cookies out and everything.
I didn't have any cookies this week. Although I would like a chocolate chip cookie. My bad. I forgot.
No, I just closed the door. That door.
No, because I shut the closet doors in my house, so.
No, it don't matter, yo. You can leave the closet door open.
No, I don't do that shit.
Did you feel any difference when it was done? When they said
After we
married,
left the
get
strip
kids?
club?
Well, we can go back to that. But I've been more. All right, so okay.
I didn't go to strip club.
Anything else you want to talk about with the brothel shit, strip clubs?
No, that
All
was just a piece of information I was
So,
trying to
just
get.
some more sappy shit. As I'm looking into the
I hate
person that
sappy
I'm
shit.
telling the world, I'm going to dedicate the rest of my
I
life
cried
to.
as soon as I seen her.
All right, okay. Let's get to that. Was it did y'all choose the song you want her to walk out to?
No, yo, but I
But
tell
they
you
do
what, if you don't want to cry at your wedding, do not hire a fucking violinist to play it that
Oh my nigga,
that shit was the worst, yo.
You gonna
I was
cry for
standing up there
anything.
and the motherfucking violinist was playing, and I was looking at people. I'm like, who the fuck's idea was this, yo? And then I was not tearing up, but I was like getting emotional just listening to the violinist, and it felt like that I was there by myself for a little bit, you know?
He was
And then-
truly in the zone.
Yeah, and her and her dad's walking down the aisle. Seeing them, I'm like, first of all, they rode up in a fucking golf cart. So that was
Okay,
kind of
that's
funny. I'm
good.
like, all right, they jumping out of a golf cart, okay. And then she walked up. I'm like, all right. I started like getting emotional. I pulled myself together, like, fuck no. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like
you try to
fuck
fight
no.
it a little bit,
Yeah, fuck
which
that
makes it come even more. I try to fight it. I try to like hold the tear back. The other eye said, "Fuck you, bitch."
I think I did
Yeah,
it. Okay,
I was
job.
like, man, we gonna. I'm just serious. I was trying to like, I would laugh. I point like, yo, and then it said, nah, nigga, this is what we doing today.
Yeah.
You're gonna let some of these emotions out. I heard you cry.
I did.
I heard it's heartfelt.
Yo, I heard that you gave an absolutely phenomenal speech, bro.
It was Shakespeare, yo.
It was Shakespearean.
That's something you want to share with the world. That's something.
No, why would I do that? I could let y'all see. I'm not doing it on the podcast.
Okay.
It's cool though, man. That's what's up, bro. Salute.
Appreciate it. Now I'm officially an inmate with you guys.
And make ball and chain right on
Nigga,
ankle.
you got the inmate shirt on.
You looking like
Really?
A throwback.
You
And
can
then
flash it up all you want.
See, I make lemonade out of lemons, right? So I put some flowers on it.
Yeah,
I'm an inmate, but I'm gonna have fun with this.
You're a cute inmate.
Yo, like 19, that's twice. From like 18. Listen, that's twice on air. He's called me cute. That's twice on air. He's called me cute. So it was an all-around good experience, man.
Awesome.
Congratulations to you, man.
Yes.
And listen, there's nothing I can tell you because I'm fresh in the game as well. But it seems like you guys were together long before that became the thing. So you've experienced each other. You learn how to communicate. You know what ticks her off, and it'll continue to go that way.
Yeah.
As you continue to learn each other.
Yeah.
Enough sappy shit for the day.
Yeah.
All right. So how was the sex?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm mad how this nigga made up real quick.
Listen,
You asked me the same fucking
they got
question.
this fucking drink down there
Okay.
called Mama Wanna. I'm mad I
Called
didn't
who?
bring nothing back for y'all.
Mama Wanna?
I'll order some, bring it up. Mama Wanna, right? And the motherfuckers tell you as soon as you get there, they give you shots of this shit, bam, 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 bam. Don't give it to your girl because it's the aphrodisiac. She'll go all night long, right?
You're telling me to give it to my girl then?
Pretty much.
Maybe.
I like that
Maybe.
psychology. Hey,
Then,
don't give the girl if you don't want your dick sucked all night.
Sweetie,
yo,
here.
we used to take a shot of this shit the whole time we was down
I
like that
can't
show.
drink, so they got some weed like that? It's like,
They got hold on, what?
Weed.
no, I said,
No, the weed I got down there was dry.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I'm not saying. I
weed
mean,
game up.
it's not legal there, you know. So,
yeah, man,
it's
you
cheap.
You get what you get.
But the Mama Wanna is good. I'm gonna get you a bottle, and then you tell me.
Me and niggas split. All right, cool.
Oh,
Well, fuck Nick, you drink this shit with you know what I mean?
No, I'm saying he can take something home for him. I take something home with me.
Yeah.
And you keep a little bit.
And they put sticks and shit in there. It's like a whole bunch of sticks, some rum,
sticks.
some honey.
You talking like cinnamon sticks?
No,
Right.
like
Fucking
fucking
sugar
sticks on
cane,
the goddamn-
like
all
sticks, like Dominican sticks. I don't know what the fuck trees they got in there.
So, Shannon, this motherfucker thinks sticks is different than Dominican. That's regular ass sticks.
Maybe, but it's a fucking look. It's a fucking.
I thought you come to Baltimore and they sold some nigga from DR to Baltimore. These are Baltimore sticks. You be like, oh, these are Baltimore sticks.
Look it up on your phone, yo.
Maybe it's maybe the tree is grown or the seeds are have something that they. Man, you got something right there on your nose.
I do. Oh,
I'll tell you
is it a
this.
boogie?
I don't know what it was, but
Is it gone now?
I just ain't want you on camera. For
I appreciate it.
It doesn't matter what it was in there.
The shit works.
You know what I'm saying? I was gone, yo.
I'll get to the shits.
Nigga, I was going forever, yo. And
Give me some details.
No.
So y'all fucked on the balcony.
That's weird.
Listen, I don't mean
No,
exactly
but I
like
think
the way the doctor.
we did fuck
Come
everywhere.
on, man.
We fucked everywhere. We fucked on the beach. We was fucking everywhere. You know what I mean? We was fucking every
Everywhere
day,
you
all the
could possibly
time.
think of.
But at the same time,
We fucked to the beach. We fucked everywhere.
you know what I'm saying?
Bathroom.
At the same time, I don't know. So that's why I want to order some of that shit, and then y'all test it out and tell me if it's
Just
just
in case it might just
tell
be
me-
you.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna have a
yeah.
baby off that shit. I'm like, that shit. Those sticks do work. No,
Fuck them sticks.
Them fucking sticks. I left that shit in the
Yo,
side, man.
Nick will be knowing on the bitches on the podcast. Yo,
Work, dog.
babe, when I get home.
Mama Wanna, like for real. If
What kind of wine is it?
Yo,
wine? Is it
so when you was
champagne?
fucking when you was fucking on the balcony, did somebody say, "Go, young nigga, go"?
no,
He didn't hear him. That's all it was.
Somebody's watching. You know
Somebody was
I
watching.
don't mind if people watch him.
That's kind of cool though, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Now you gotta perform.
Now you gotta go off.
Yeah,
That's like,
and
I'm
then
gonna get
next
this.
week for Halloween we're going to this fucking masquerade party.
Okay.
I'm not saying people gonna watch us have sex. I'm saying I wonder if we will be watching other people do whatever, right? Because it's like a eyes wide shut type of party or
It's
whatever.
like 50 Shades.
I didn't know he was gonna talk about that on there.
I don't mind. I'm
Yeah,
going to be
I-
an observer, you know. But
He wants to just.
she's like wants to try hot candle wax. So if they got like a table with wax, I'm like, yo, lay on the table.
I don't know if they actually
That's my
heard you
wax
say
you
this.
got.
So what do you have planned? Let's make sure.
You tell it.
I don't know.
You do know
All right,
because
y'all
I sent
know.
you guys the link.
Yeah.
I sent you the fucking link.
So look, I know. We kind of made it
I
something
need y'all to give
between
me
the click. So now I'm like, all right,
Whoa,
what
whoa,
can I say?
whoa,
That's it.
whoa.
I want you to lead it.
I never said I was gonna do anything
All right,
crazy.
so Eyes
No, I
Wide
never
Shut.
did say that.
Break down that movie in like 10 words if you can. What kind of
Eyes
what
Wide
do you say
Shut
to
is
Eyes
like
Wide
a
Shut?
fucking Tom Cruise. He goes to an Illuminati party, right, or whatever, and it's like everybody's masked, but then it's like a sex party. It's like a sex club or whatever. And I'm not saying that what I'm going to is that exact thing, but it's like sexy. You know, you dress up, you dress sexy girls in lingerie or whatever, doing
Gang, gang.
whatever they do. But it sounds like a cool fucking idea, yo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just something to do for Halloween.
Yeah, it's fun.
You know?
Yo, and you know what? Yo,
And they got like a table with girls laid out where it's like hors d'oeuvres and stuff on it, but they're naked.
On top of them.
Yeah, like fruit. So you're picking fruit off
So
naked
you gonna eat
bodies.
the pussy fruit, or y'all gonna eat the pussy fruit together? I mean, that's what I'm
It
thinking.
depends on what's on top of the pussy. If it's like
Either pussy or the titty fruit.
if it's cantaloupe,
All other fruit is trash. Like I don't want the waste fruit.
if the waste fruit got the pineapples, you gonna get the waste fruit.
Yeah, but that's not for the story. For the story, you want the fruit directly on top of the clitoris.
Well, are you gonna grab? Are you gonna grab it with your hands?
You gotta get it with the mouth. You gotta do like the shots. You get the lime and the salt and all that.
And then from your aspect,
If you're doing it, you might as well a shot. Yeah. You gotta do it. Somebody has to do it.
Hey, look, me, I don't mind.
Not
But I'm not gonna do
you
it.
owe us
you
that.
got no. Well,
What do you mean?
You
I don't
gotta
mind?
make her do it first though before you do it.
Huh?
You gotta make
But
her
that's
do it
the
first.
thing. I don't
Hold it.
I'd rather her to do
You
anything.
hold her
than me.
hair while she back. You hold her hair back, like you know how the girls do in the club.
Hey,
Girls.
Now you being weird, yo.
You up next?
That'd be weird.
Hey, look.
Why would I be holding her hair back like she's throwing up over a toilet?
Well, I mean, you don't want her hair.
Well,
getting-
like, you know.
I mean, but you don't want her hair
On the
all over the rest
pineapple
of
juice?
I mean, but you don't want her hair all over the rest of the hors d'oeuvres either, though.
Maybe.
You gotta be conscious.
But she's gonna have a mask on, tying her hair back anyway.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so then you good.
Yeah.
Never mind. You don't have to.
So you going with a thong on?
Yo.
Speedo? What you doing?
I ordered
You
my
gonna
tux.
Yeah, I was
ordered
gonna
my
say.
tux.
I know he got some shit.
I
I know he
ordered,
got
I
some
ordered
shit.
the tux shoes, bro. I may not even make it out the house, yo. I'm gonna be smooth as fuck. I'm gonna be like James Bond in that bitch, yo.
That's what's up though. But hey, you a smooth motherfucker. I give you that one, yo.
So all right, let's play hypothetical.
Mhm.
What had to happen for you to be like, we gotta get the fuck up out of here? Worst case.
Well,
scenario.
we already talked about that, me and her. So I don't really see a thing where it would be like if they
We
start
know it's
doing,
gonna be sexy.
if they start
That's
doing a devil shit, seances and shit, maybe I get out of there.
it's too late. Isn't
Short of that,
Hey, sir, you've already been chosen as the second you fucking hoe. We're gonna leave this. So they gonna say, hey, relax, stay for the party. And they'll sprinkle you with cow's blood and shit.
Oh my
You're like, what
God.
is this, sir? No, bitch.
Oh, that's my Moana.
That's some Dominican sister. You're like,
Then that was gonna shoot the text like, bruh, I need help.
listen, will you go help him?
Yeah,
You'll
that's
help
my
him.
man.
You'll
What the
help
fuck? All right, you gonna be the first one to die. Tell me how you gonna help him?
No.
I'm going
I like,
help.
that's my man, yo.
Help is
How you gonna help him?
Help is actually the bat signal for Marvin. Help, but then when he gets there, no help needed. Just
No,
I
you're
got this
already
extra
tied
touch
up.
for you,
They
motherfucker.
took his phone and text you help. You fuck, and you didn't even know. It's not even him texting.
No, it's me with an extra
He
touch.
like, ooh, we got a gag in his mouth, he got that pussy fruit in his mouth, ooh. And they like, yeah, they gonna send out a mass text to like his top.
What do you
his
think
favorite-
they do to this?
I don't know, nigga.
Right, you know, Nick, his
Your
brain is
imagination
like,
is crazy.
yo,
yo.
it's absolutely.
Eyes wide shut. Yo, you see that movie?
Nigga, they was fucking in Eyes Wide Shut. They wasn't like killing motherfuckers.
Who was it ended?
Oh,
They
they had somebody following them, but
Yo,
they kicked them out.
they-
Oh,
We
Yeah.
gotta remember that Nick comes from a Muay Thai boxing background, so everything is fight or
Maybe
die.
it might be small man syndrome. I just feel like somebody trying to.
Always feel like somebody trying to kick.
they got like all these like acrobatics performers
That's gonna be
coming.
dope. That's gonna be
And
dope.
they're gonna be doing acrobatics in like next to nothing, I guess.
By the way, I prefer those type of strippers versus just clapping in my face.
Yeah, exactly.
Them ones that like slide on the pole and stop.
Yo,
And then come
look, let
and
me
jump
tell
and
y'all,
spin
right?
and
Everybody-
I'm gonna show y'all the people they said they got coming down.
You know what's funny is because
Tough, though.
Marty, she like when I told her like when we went to Magic City for my bachelor party, right? When we went there and whatnot, what, Magic City? Yo, my brothers and them, nigga, they thought we were celebrities in this bitch. We had a good time, but bruh, let me tell you, it's funny because when you tell like if you tell a female like yo like it's not always just about just looking at the ass.
not,
Like
it's
it's about watching what they do because that's typically how they make their tips is based off of what they're doing.
Yo, they
You
do
know
some
what I mean?
crazy
If
shit.
they just doing that, shaking ass, whatever, you can watch that shit on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Also,
But no,
So why
these
not?
chicks are flipping
Why
back
not
and
circus
forth.
delay? Circus whatever.
Cirque du Soleil.
they got
If
they got
strippers
they have a naked
and
Cirque
that
du
would
Soleil
be
in Vegas.
that's hard.
It's
Now,
called
that's
it's called
hard.
Humanity.
Of course you know that. That is hard.
No,
that he knew about. Now see now okay.
Cirque du Soleil is the shit.
I'm cool with something like that. That sounds dope. Cause Circus Soleil, they especially if you don't high, maybe.
So hold on, why you
That's
not
a
cool
crazy
with why you
thing.
not
I
cool
was
with
geeked up when I went to
with,
go see them shows.
what he said?
What did you
Magic
say?
City.
Because I think it's less Circus Soleil, more of the class.
Bruh,
More
when you
poppin'.
see what the
Listen,
no,
as
I
a
saw.
single man.
Let me tell you. I gotta tell you. It was definitely two performances that stood out, right? And there was this one chick, literally, like she was swinging back and forth, like,
I like
through the
that
VIP sections, like on the top.
That's hard.
Like they had the railings, and she was like swinging through the top.
Gotta pay her.
Then she went back around to the middle part of the stage, right? Slid down the pole upside down, stopped like 2 inches from the ground.
I love them girls.
Flipped off of the pole, like kind of like did like a flip into a split and some other shit. Then another chick.
Niggas look like.
Let me go to the second one. Everybody.
10.
Everybody. Now I'm not just talking about us. I'm talking about Gabrielle Union was in there, pulling what's her name? The chick Rudy Huxtable. She was in there. Rudy Huxtable was in there. Gabrielle Union. I mean, and they had racks laid up across the table, right? But anyway, so the second performance, right? So we was in the back part of the VIP, right? And we were literally right behind Gabrielle Union and Rudy Huxtable, right? So they turned around because the chick slid her chair to the middle part of the section, literally did a handstand in the chair, spread her legs open, and was literally like doing all kinds of shit. Everybody was like just stuck. So everybody. And Gabrielle Union, literally, I lie to you not, she took like half a stack and she threw it over in our section.
Love it, bitch.
Yeah.
Coming back.
We were like, this is shit.
Dwayne Wade.
You said I love that bitch.
I mean, that's maybe I'm thinking in Gabrielle Union's mind. Yeah.
Yeah, she might have took. Could
have took her home.
All right, so guys who've been with the strip clubs with a significant other, you too, right?
That's the best thing. I like doing that.
How do y'all truly enjoy yourselves?
You make your girl enjoy it. You
find
out what stripper that your girl like. Oh yeah, she's nice. Yeah, she's nice. And
but is it ever as good with you with your mans?
No.
Well, you ain't gotta make them enjoy it.
No, it's better because
like you and your man, like I know you gonna enjoy it. I know you. So it's not like I gotta be conscious of like, yo, she feeling comfortable.
You get to be a different person when you're girl in the strip club than you get to be with him in the strip club. Him in the strip club, y'all having a good time, y'all talking and shit. Your girl get in the strip club, you get a girl that she think look decent in front of her, and you get to just bam, 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 bam. You keep shorty in front of her.
So you keep shorty in front of her. You don't got a crazy though. You was like
I mean, see, that's the thing.
A crazy shit is like this.
A crazy show is only good.
No, that's what we were. Hold on. First of all, that's a different.
That's what she did a wild joint. But I'm saying you get a stripper in front of your girl. Let's say.
Oh, so you got different levels. You got the. Oh shit! You got the bang bang bang.
You sitting here. Your girl sitting here.
I go to my part.
Your stripper come over. You not paying the stripper as much attention as you paying that your girl and the strippers communication between each other. So yeah. So your girl like this. Your girl like shorty, and she don't even have to tip because you bring her over here. She laying down. She doing whatever the fuck she's doing, and you just sit off to the side. You just like.
And all you doing is feeding. All you doing is feeding the meter.
You feeding the meter. You feeding the meter. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's one.
And then your girl, you watch her face a little bit, and you realize like, then you watch the game. You throw them down, and it's like you go through. $30.
All right, so I'm gonna keep
like
it real 40, right? I don't, and when I say this, I never have a fake on this person, but I feel like we have a commonality, but different ways we execute it.
Yeah.
So I'm start with mine. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when I'm making love to my wife, and this has been as of recent, I say maybe last couple of years. So you got a wife that you feel is bad, right?
Yeah, a couple of years.
Yeah. So as I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm imagining in my head all the men that would like to be in this position. And I kind of I'm not fucking her. Almost like, okay, if I'm watching a porno and I'm just like, damn, look at this. Look at everything I'm dealing with. How it turns me on knowing how much it would turn someone else on. When y'all with the strippers and your wives, is there a part of your brain where you're stepping outside of yourself and you're enjoying the fact that your wife is in a position, the female stripper and your wife, and you're actually observing it, and that's what gets y'all.
Yes,
it's like I'm almost like if you don't, I'm not even here. I'm just
not here. You don't even.
That's the thing. Well, see with mine, I haven't been to the strip club with her yet. I mean,
with your wife?
No.
So what was the Magic City thing?
He went to the bachelor.
Yeah, it was my homeboys.
Oh, okay.
Like my brothers and
I went all that did with your brothers.
Yeah, but with your wife is different.
It's different.
So you the only one been there with your girl.
Yes, but I mean, I don't know if he hasn't. You've been.
No.
Talk about that. But I'm just saying.
I understand.
You do it, yo. Just do it, yo.
Yeah, because
no, that's not my thing.
Because literally, I'm like, damn. I'm like, well, I told her I was like, one day I'm gonna just take you. And she's, like I said, she's
have to tell her. Just tell her. Yeah.
Well, whatever. But I'm just gonna take her one day. She's not even gonna know.
Yeah, just be like, here, put this on.
We're gonna go out to a nice dinner, and then all of a sudden we're gonna go down to a strip club.
Yeah, but pick her outfit out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I know.
Something where
you know what's funny? I would be closer to
her
doing your shit, that masquerade shit.
Yeah.
With like rules. Okay, this is what we do. Not gonna do. than a strip club.
This is okay. So all right.
With the mystique behind that. The strip club. I've been to somebody got that strip club.
If that's the case,
but not so much.
But how many have you been to with your girl?
Yeah, no.
I don't see how my experience for me. I'm always speaking for me, right? Would be, it would make it better in that case. And that Cirque du Soleil, that Vegas shit, now that's something I would do. That's nice. But that's considered a strip club. But they also doing the swinging. It's like,
but you're gonna spend $250, $300 on that. So the strip club, you're gonna spend $200 or $300 or whatever the fuck. You spend the same amount.
I would pick the Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, shit, I would spend $200 on the damn strip club.
Yeah, but I'm saying
the
only reason I'm saying that is because if you maybe sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. Depends on what your goal is when you go. True. But if you're gonna spend $300 at Cirque du Soleil, you can get the same show up close and personal.
Yeah, like you literally, it's like more so like one-on-one because you literally have. I mean, well, we've all been there, but you know how the girls walk.
I can't enjoy it. You can, like, I don't got that part of me where it's like, for me to enjoy it. All right, let's keep it real. I know my wife watching. If I'm gonna enjoy it,
you need to have.
I'm gonna be my man's. Not with my dick out. I might just wear underwear, some sweatpants, real thin sweatpants.
Maybe you're not getting in the strip club.
Yeah, you are. That's an old strip club. You wear
sweatpants?
Or you might wear some, let's say some nice, some thin jeans.
Yeah,
some thin jeans, but you don't wear no underwear. Like, so when they riding you, it's like just them. It's like some knees, some cargo.
That's a little difficult for me.
No, that's an actual. Well, listen, you wear shirts, so you can
wear any pants but sweatpants.
You know, your dick rubbing up against the jeans. That shit don't work for me.
Yeah, but it's the closest thing you can get to that naked ass on you.
I ain't worried about that.
I didn't even get it. Somebody made this up on a podcast. It was like, yo, when you go to strip club, don't wear no underwear. So
I can see you not
get hard, then it's like, yeah. But yeah, for me, I wouldn't. The Cirque du Soleil.
If you go to Jamaica, for $150, you can get a good hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yo, he going back to New York just for that.
I'm not going. I'm just saying. I will show you. It's you. Yo, when I look at that shit, I was like, yo, this shit unreal, yo.
Oh my God. Hey, I love y'all, bro. Yo, I do like that.
Yeah. Let's hit some topics.
This is so. Do we want to jump into the current events?
The current events in the cup.
So let's introduce what we kind of doing from here on with the current events.
All right, from here on out.
Where we at a time right now?
46.
All right, 46. Cool. Okay.
From here on out, guys, listen. From Sunday to Sunday, it's a week. A lot of shit happens in a week. This week, Yachty's album came out. Joe Budden talked to Pusha T. Pusha T revealed that he got all his information from 40 pillow talking with some fucking chick that we, you know what I'm saying?
We gotta make sure
that's in the cup. That's in the cup.
Woo.
You know, fucking that Zaytoven and Usher album came out.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I don't think y'all talked about Khabib Conor fight or the aftermath of that or what it's gonna look like next. You know, we could talk about that. We didn't talk about that.
We didn't because we
were Midas.
Yeah,
we talked about it a little bit. No, we did talk about it. Because he made a reference something about, we talked about it a little bit on that. But
we just briefly skimmed over it.
We got legalized in Canada.
Gangster.
Canada's not that far.
Go out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to Montreal, I had the time of my life. Now I can only imagine, right? It's a lot of shit to talk about. So we got to talk about current events from week to week. So we adding that segment in.
We're making sure we do that.
Yeah.
So let's spark it off then. What you want us to talk about first?
It's in the cup, right?
Most of it's in the cup, yeah.
Most of it's in the cup already?
Also, they were doing a hybrid of...
Yeah, next week, because then I can list them. You know what I mean? We'll run down a list, and whatever. It'll be like that 2-minute segment.
Oh yeah, we also want to talk about the time constraint too. So.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna try to get an hour and 5.
We're listening. We've had multiple people from all of our different circles, and we're gonna try to condense it into a nice powerful 1 hour.
Yeah,
power. What you expect from us and not say for you.
Yeah, because this is what we do. So, like we said, we the three Migos. We're gonna make this shit work. The Migos of the podcast. We got Quavo. Offset.
I don't know if I'm gonna be Quavo after that album. We can talk about that later.
I like the album.
I liked it.
It was better than Culture too.
How many tracks was it?
Huh?
39.
If it wasn't 39, it was 35. God damn.
What, on Quavo's album?
Yeah, it was like.
No, actually, he had like 15.
It was like 19 or something like that.
Was that Wayne shit was 20 something?
Wayne shit was 20
25.
Wayne shit was 20 something.
That's because niggas be wanting that streaming money, yo.
What happened?
They be wanting that streaming money.
Yeah, they be talking about that.
You put 100 songs out, it's 100 songs you can stream.
Did you hear about that on, was it that the...
no, it's 19. There's 19 tracks on Quavo album.
All right. So now we with the Mr. with the Shits cup.
Mr. with the Shits. It is what it is, baby.
Yeah, man. That's what it was.
That's a good carpet to spill it on, too.
Yeah.
No, that's a good
You
one.
might even add to it.
Yeah.
A few stains probably would be good with this carpet. Let's take a shit on it.
Man, fuck
Well,
that
I'm
carpet.
glad I still got that.
Man, fuck that carpet.
No, we good.
Yo, hit the topics. We'll do that later.
Is it okay for your significant other to cry if their exes die?
Oh, wow, that's a good one. Who came up with that one?
Him?
That was alright, y'all. It wasn't like it's Clorox your favorite color or some stupid shit. That was alright.
I be having some dumb ones, bro.
We gotta have some.
We get good conversation out of them.
What? They're not even good with colors. What the fuck are we talking about? Yes, it is.
As much as I like this beer, I haven't been
All
able
right,
to keep
all
it
right,
either
okay.
down or fucking off of the floor.
Makes you
Okay,
drink more.
yes it is. You think it's okay to cry about your ex dying?
And these are my.
How about boohoo?
It depends on it depends.
They
on
can
the
do
exes,
whatever.
so.
But
Boohoo? Like
Boohoo?
Like boohoo, like give it all the way up.
I'm gonna tell you why.
All right.
So if your ex before me, you was with as long as we were, or slightly short of it. So like, all right, boom. My girl, when we got married, we passed. I think my significant other before that was like 6 years, right?
Yeah.
And if within that time I heard she had cancer and died, and I went to my wife now and was like, listen, I'm not, I might not go to the funeral. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. I feel a certain way. Like I love this chick at one time. Like this, we separated for obvious reasons. I'm happier now with you than I've ever been. But I don't wish harm on anybody. I don't wish harm on my enemies.
Right, no.
Versus somebody that I was with for 6 years. I met their family. I love them.
Yeah.
Now, if this is some jump off, some chick you fuck, or like
that's different.
That's different. But no, I think it's cool.
Is it a slippery slope? Like, let's say you crying openly, like your girl knows. Now she's got questions. You gotta start getting into the
It
intricacies.
can get tricky. It's like, okay, this is day 3. Why are you still fucking? Like, we got homework. We got fucking kids. We got what the fuck's going on? Something else happened.
No, it can definitely be tricky about that
slope.
part. Yeah, you gotta watch your step because if you've been crossing some boundaries or whatever the case is, I mean, or even just being that in tune with it.
Yeah.
To keep carrying it on, it's like, bro, well, did you ever really get over it? Like, what's going on around here?
Does it matter the time in which you broke up with that person? So if I'm with you now, it's been 2 years. I've been with my new partner, but I was with my last one for 7. It's only 2 years separation.
Yeah.
Bro,
you should be able to cry.
Feel some type of way.
My thing is, it's still a human life. So I think that
human life.
Yeah, I mean, it's still life in general. I mean, I cried like shit when my dog died. You know what I'm saying? But if
your dog never did what your girl did.
Yeah. Your dog look at you. Or did he?
No. No. Shaggy. But I mean, overall, if it's your ex, if you have those memories, unless they were a part of your life at some point in time.
Yeah.
No matter how long the span was, whether you were with that person for 6 years or 2 months, if that person meant something to you in some kind of way, form, or fashion, I believe that you should be allowed to express that kind of emotion.
So you would cry?
I don't know. It depends on who.
Yeah,
it
I don't know if I would, but I think the reaction.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's probably like 1 or 2 exes where if they did, I might be like, damn, that's fucked up.
That's fucked up. Ain't crying, yo. We talking about like legitimate feelings,
like legitimate crying. I mean, no. I think that you should have that ability or that right to. I mean, it just.
I think your girl should feel a little weird if you don't show any emotions. Like, no, that shit happens.
But see, now let's go back to my wife and other wives. My wife wouldn't give a shit. Now, if I came and say, yo, we gotta talk. Yo, all right, so this is gonna be weird, it's awkward, but okay. I found out today that my ex
Lisa
was like raped, murdered, her family was like.
I
think my girl. But if you like, yo,
she had cancer.
I'm trying to think what my girl wouldn't give a fuck about. Like, oh, she died.
She got 2 cars in it.
I think my wife has enough fucking heart to be like, oh, that's still fucked up.
I think that if a person dies, no matter what it's from, I think.
Yeah, I think it's still waiting.
That's
maybe she died in her sleep.
That's a
if she
political.
died in her sleep, maybe she wouldn't give a shit. Like, okay, Nick, I think Mo would still care. I don't know. You know what? I would care about her. Let's flip it a little bit. If she came to me and said, "Yo, the dude I was with for mad years
with that 12-inch joint."
With that 12-inch joint, that you're self-conscious about, whatever number it is, what's about it.
I like how you switched that up, dude.
I would feel the way, but that's just me. I was like, damn, that is kind of fucked up, man, because I don't wish nobody no harm.
Yeah.
I think she would at least show that.
Would you start the process of the crying just to make her feel comfortable?
But I cry on purpose, maybe?
Yeah. For her, if her dude dies.
I would definitely be there for her. I would like give a hug. I don't think I would force a cry. I don't have that emotion. What the fuck are you
Yo,
supposed to cry?
how hilarious would that be, yo?
Yeah. And then like, it'd be weird. She like, you fuck me, not you. Unless you need to tell me something. Gotta fuck with you. What you feel?
I feel like I should be able to cry. I doubt too many people I could cry about, but one maybe, yeah, one for sure I would. But
what about the opposite way? What if she came to you like, listen?
I'll be like, yo, cry it out, yo, and get it out. You know?
You like, yo, what the fuck? You ain't never cried for me like that.
Damn.
You know how you,
I probably
your girl,
I would feel like that. Inside. I would feel like that.
What the fuck? Again, God damn, where's that? Let me see a minute. I got a boogie in my nose. I got a hair, a clipper.
I definitely would feel like that.
Is it going down?
All right.
You gotta pick your head up when you're looking up
Is
your nose.
Is it still there?
Next topic.
All right, we helping my boogie. Sorry, y'all. You got some nostrils like
well, if my girl was like, I know her ex. Like I literally
cool with
him. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Like I didn't mind it. She like I don't find myself to be an insecure dude to a certain degree. You know what I mean? Like that's why people, you know, from past episodes where I got the name Mr. with the shits.
Yeah.
Know? Because I found stability for myself. So I was cool with my wife being, you know, still cool with her ex and everything like that. Like we would see him out and I dap him up and I would walk off while she still had a conversation with him. You feel me? So like I don't. Yeah, she'll tell you. No, you know. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, it's different things when it's different boundaries with the ex. You know what I'm saying? Like if you talking to him or texting him, and I don't have no knowledge, and now we got to have a discussion.
Now is that a psychological play?
The more rope you give people, sometimes
maybe you can't even state it because you look like a sucker. If you like, oh, so what y'all talking about?
Yeah.
Maybe the play is to be like, what's up, homie? All right.
No, the real play is you walk away and now you across the hall, you across the way having a conversation with a joint. That's the real play.
Oh, yo, he just got married. He gonna figure it out. He's trying to find his way.
You text him and let me know what happened.
All right. I had fun. Anyway, just talking for a second. Shorty. No.
Right. No kidding.
All right. So that's that.
Should we pay attention to Kanye West anymore?
I think so.
Why?
The reason why I think so is because it's not done. I don't know what the fuck the method to his madness is. I don't know if it's some promo shit he's trying to set up for an album release.
To his madness, it might just be madness.
Exactly. So, all right, for me, let me make this real simple, right? I kind of don't even really give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to like day-to-day paying my bills.
That's exactly what the question's saying.
Like my grandfather's having major back surgery next month.
So do you still pay attention to this?
But if I'm online and I see it, and I see, okay, he's like, all right, that African giving away shoes to the school shit, I feel like that's a ploy for media attention.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that was really what it was made to be. Maybe it was a little, he gave shoes to people in need, possibly, right? But I feel like it was maybe a ploy.
He does one good thing, one real ridiculous thing, one good thing, one ridiculous thing, and it all seems like it's for the same reason to me.
Mm-hmm. Offset to trying to keep the publicity going and keep
his name out there.
Keep his name
at all times.
So I mean, on my perspective on it is, I really don't give a shit. I got other important shit that I'm trying to do. Like I hate to say it like this, but he's already a millionaire, so he can do Gucci. So he can do whatever the fuck he want to do.
Yeah.
I don't give two shits about what he's trying to do right now. Like whatever his ulterior motive is or whatever the case is, I really don't give a shit about. So I'm just gonna keep it moving.
We love that nigga for a long time, though.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we've been paying attention to Kanye for way too long, and about all his shit that he's been through. Nigga, I got shit I'm going through too. Fuck him. Real shit. Like I'm not paying attention to that shit no more. Like they talked about when I first heard about him having that rant at the White House, I never saw it. Never wanted.
You still didn't see it?
No, I don't care to see it either.
You didn't?
No,
I watched it. That's just embarrassing, yo.
See, and that's the thing. I'm not wasting my time to sit there and watch him be
retarded shit.
Is there anything altruistic in his motives? Do you think there is an end game?
No, yo, because all I ever see him do is say something that I want to buy into. Like when he was on Ellen, and he was like, I want to make it so that kids don't get bullied at school anymore and all this bullshit. When the fuck have we seen anything remotely close to that happen since then? That was like probably like 2012. When the fuck we seen something like? No,
you know,
all his prices are going up. You know what I'm saying? And that's good. You know what I'm saying? But good for his pockets. It's not got anything to do with his altruistic shit that you just said he may be trying to do.
Accomplish, yeah. And my thing is like, how we go from the same dude who kind of like said what everybody else was thinking
George
about
Bush doesn't like,
black people, to go and fucking now you supporting Trump.
And
like,
Trump is way worse than Bush.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, at least Bush, he fucking, his shit didn't look as bad as Donald Trump. Like, yo, we talking about from the Colin Kaepernick situation to fucking to release in Puerto Rico to all kinds of different events where Donald Trump could have actually turned out to look better than Bush if he wanted to, but he didn't. So now it's like, all right, so Kanye West said that about Bush, but then we're talking about Donald Trump, who has done far way worse. Like, people have fought black people at his conventions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And say, punch that
motherfucker in the mouth. And get it, son of a bitch out of here.
Let me say this, and let's reconvene. No. Let me say this, and let's reconvene next week because of time.
Yeah.
Watch that video, right? Yeah. You're gonna see. This motherfucker, yo, was basically just like praising Donald Trump the whole time. Just like, oh, you're the best. I'm you know, you gave me my Superman hat, and just, yo, it's just ridiculous, yo. And let's talk next week about it. We'll talk about it for a split second next week just to see if that changes anything.
Got you. What's that time?
Last one. Let's do one more topic.
40. Pillow talk.
All right. So Joe Buttons, if you watch the Joe Button podcast, shout out to them. They're doing great things. Of course.
Shout out to them for real.
Gucci gang.
It looks like, all right, so look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. If y'all, depending on how y'all come to me with a particular story, let's say one of y'all in the gym be like, yo, this that is going down. And I feel like this is something between me and you. Like, that's it. Mm-hmm. Then I leave it there. Right?
Yeah.
Let's say it's something like, yo, I got this plan for my wife. Or it's something like a teachable moment. Like, something's going on between y'all that I feel like maybe it's happened in the past with us. And it's good for me and my wife to talk about it. I will talk about it with my wife. Joe Button and them, they would talk about it in the podcast like, well, you can't just do that with any chick. So I don't. In the past, I wouldn't go out and just talk to any chick and be pillow talking.
Right,
but if I'm sitting there, my wife will be like, you know what happened the other day, this and that, this and that.
Yeah.
And also under the guidelines of like, yo, when I'm telling you, shut the fuck up. Like,
don't
bring it up at the next party.
Exactly.
Like, hey, so how was that argument? It never worked out. It's more like, yo, it was beefing about this, and I thought about, in the past, we've done shit like this. How can we almost learn from it? Or wow, this is crazy. We can't do this.
You don't air your man.
That's natural, but you can't go to your mans. I mean, you can't go to a random person and talk about your mans.
To touch on that,
when she has no significance in your life. I think that's crossing the line.
Especially when she don't have significance. But even if it's your wife, yo, I think you gotta you touching dangerous territory. If I'm like telling my wife now that dirt about Marvin, because now every time I'm with Marvin, she thinks, I'm on the shit. You know what I'm saying?
You can't do that. Yeah, because
so
it's
40 broke
it's gonna fuck you up.
A couple man codes. If that was the case, unless it's just Pusha T being steps ahead of everybody in terms of like just like keeping the drama going and psychological warfare.
I didn't say anything. I'm trying to plant a mold. It's not even a mold.
Exactly, and that would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
You know,
but people do it all the time.
But I think the motherfucker was pillow talking. You know what I'm saying?
So. Yeah. Is there any way he can justify? Like, who should he go to? All right, the easy answer is you go to me, my man. Look, you got a problem, you come to me. But that's not always the case, especially if you're dealing with like a breadwinner, right? And you don't want to overstep your boundaries. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Man, 40 on the same level. Say 40 on the same level as Drake, yo. Nah. And I'm telling you why, yo. These producers be saving rappers, yo.
Yo, they save their not just their careers.
Yeah.
They save.
You think 40 can find another Drake, or Drake can find another 40?
I think Drake
can't find another 40.
You don't think so?
No.
Can 40 find another Drake? Like what? Like they both are irreplaceable.
No one can find another Drake.
Yeah.
But 40 can always work. He can always work. He'll be working like this though. You know? It won't be the same. You know what I'm saying?
Is there any way he could be apprehensive of telling his man? You know what I'm saying? Like
he should not have did that shit, yo.
I don't think there's no way around it. Yeah. Especially with that. Like if you talk to one of your other mans, like if Marvin goes to Denzel and say, yo, Nick bugging, yo. He was in there, he told the guests to suck his dick in his, you know what I'm saying? Or he coming late all the time. Yeah. That's different because it's kind of all still within the circle.
Even then, yo.
So you've done that.
If
Then
I
you go
ever
to
talk
another.
shit about one of y'all behind y'all backs, I feel like, all right, I did that. Now I have to say that in front of this person.
You got to.
You have to.
You almost got to beat him. Hold on. Let me tell you what I just told him.
Either that, or if the shit does come up, you just gotta own up to the shit. That's the biggest thing. I think that's a big factor. And when people do shit like that, especially like with pillow talking, whatever the case is, people like, no, I ain't say that shit. Motherfucker, are you really serious?
Just go ahead.
Like, yo, just either own up to it or beat somebody to the punch before you fucking get your teeth knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest thing. Like, yo, when you go pillow talking,
See how he was like, before you get your teeth knocked out.
Yeah, I feel that.
no, I'm just saying. Like,
I ain't said shit about I ain't said shit about Marvin. I'm hitting Marvin first.
Look, I'm not a savage.
We having conference calls.
I used to be at one point in time. I used to be a savage, but I'm not a
We're
savage.
gonna talk this out.
But no, I mean, my biggest thing is like, yo, because, like, so for instance, y'all know my brother, the one that came on the podcast.
Yeah,
right?
go.
Yeah, and
wonderful things.
like he's had conversations with different people, whatever the case is. He knows a lot of different people. And then people ask him like his opinion on something or whatever the case is, and he might, he'll give his genuine opinion about something.
Yeah.
And then people will pillow talk and then go to somebody else that, they ask their opinion about. They'll call him up and he's like, yeah, I said this shit, so what?
That's what I said.
I'm gonna tell you.
I said it. Like, what you want me to do? Like, that's the truth. And like either that or he'll call him up like, hey, yo, well, I just want to let you know, like, I heard about some shit that happened or whatever the case was, and I'm a real dude, so I'm letting you know, like, yo, that shit wasn't cool, whatever the case was. Like, it's been plenty of times, like, yo, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, at one point in time in my life where I was younger, I had broke some man codes. My brother hit me up, like, and he gave me the full-fledged rundown. Like, he read my ass to a fucking T.
But he came to you.
He came to me direct.
He didn't go to another random.
He led by example, yo.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I got really holler at you. Like, I'm not even gonna talk to you on the phone. Like, I want to see, like, we gotta talk face to face type shit. Like, we got rap. And he's like, pull me up. You feel me? Like, if there's any kind of code that I've broken before, and he's like, yo, well, if you didn't know that, but now you know. Like, so you got to make sure that at all times, like, you have to abide by the certain codes so that you don't step on nobody's toes, regardless. Whether it's with me, whether it's with somebody else, whether it's with a female.
That's the best thing you can learn.
You gotta do.
Yeah.
What if you're not receptive, though? Does he then have the right to go and express that to someone else? Because I don't see how that chick was going to get it back to Drake to say 40's disgruntled.
This how you know, This is the answer to that question you with men, yo, I don't know if it's the same way for women. Women just talk more shit and more shit and more shit about each other, yo.
They do.
Men, for us, it's like, you might, he could put hands on you for doing that shit, and not like he trying to beat you up, but like he trying to really let you know, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, yo? And like, you know what I'm saying? And then we can squash it tomorrow. We good, but it's like,
one thing we are pretty good at as guys.
Yeah, we are. I mean, well, you got some dudes. Some dudes take shit a little too personal.
You know, knocks my teeth out. You know what I'm saying? But like,
you know what I'm saying? I know, but but that comes with a certain kind of level of brotherly love to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? I respect you enough
to come to you and voice my exact
right.
opinion.
And even if I'm like, yo, why the fuck would you do that shit? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Drake might have to punch 40, yo.
No, they might have to do some furniture. They might have to
look, like, bro, we gonna shake after this, but I gotta slide this table to the side. Like, we got, So
I mean, I've had legendary fights with my brother. This is my brother. I mean, like, you got a sibling, like, fights.
Right.
Well, I don't think I ever punched him in his face, but like, move some furniture fights.
Yeah,
but sometimes
we've gone by
the occasion called for that. I had to let you
know. Called me in a room one time. Like, he's called me in a room a couple times.
Balled you up real quick?
He ain't balled me up, but he ain't balled me up. He ain't balled me up, but yo, he gave me a lesson or two.
It was a conversation, not with the mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was one of them.
With these hands, bro.
I've had some buckling moments before.
Yeah.
I am interested to see how their relationship, the dynamic is going to change, if at all.
It's going to change.
You start to see another producer coming more.
I think it's going to change, but I think.
Well, should it change? Should it be like, okay, no, we had a conversation off topic.
You know how much money that cost him, yo? His Adidas contract, checks over stripes, that's all good. We hear that now, but who knows how much money he's going to make off that Adidas contract, yo?
That played a part of it? Of them not doing it?
Pusha T beat their rollout. And now Drake didn't come out with the Adidas. You know what I'm saying?
But see, for me now, all press is good press to me. Not all the case. I would still put it down there. I mean, I would give it a little time for it to cool down, and I would just
Drake's been rapping. Drake's been rapping against Adidas now. He's been saying checks over stripes. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? He's not fucking with Adidas now. He fucked that whole. How you go from rolling out your some shit with your son with Adidas in June, now here come August, because that's when that song came out with French Montana. Now all of a sudden,
we'll be sitting at a time. I got one more thing I'm gonna let you
done
at the same time. All right, last thing.
All right.
Now, if you watch the Joe Budden podcast, you also saw that Drake he put a price on the motherfucker's head. It was like $100K, right?
Oh, yeah. No. Don't say it like that, because you're going to make it sound like he was going to kill him for
it. I'm going to further elaborate.
All right.
He not even believing none of that shit he talking on that gangster shit. But, all right, boom. $100K is $100K, right?
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
If someone was to come to me, let's say we are now celebrities, and I have some dirt of some things you maybe done.
Mm-hmm.
How deep of a dagger on your back is that if you know that now I'm behind the scenes trying to quote unquote eat and facilitate this, if you got any dirt on this, TMZ is looking for it because Kristen just got married, but this nigga was at a brothel last week, fucking raw. If you got anything, send it to us. How big of a dagger? Because we know 40 fucked over Drake with the pillow talk.
Yeah.
But the other side of the pillow talk was a girl
Drake
fucking over a guy. Clips, the dude Pusha T had a girl who said from every project I've ever done, she's been a part of it somehow, right?
Yeah.
And she was the one who was calling his peoples in VA, real niggas, right? Saying, look, we got $100K for anything you might have. If he shorted y'all some money, if he fucked your baby mother, if he did whatever. Something we can reformulate, put it around for Drake to go. How big of a thing was it that for that? That wasn't even pillow talk. That was just behind the scenes dirty investigating.
This is how I'm going to play it for real. I'm going to call you up. I'm going to say, all right. Hey, Drake, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to call you back. I got to figure this out. I don't even know off the top of my head. I got to think of some shit. I'll let you know. Bam. Call you up. We're going to figure out what a few things is worth to you. Let you out ahead of it. You know what I mean?
Okay. That's kind of what they did. They said, look, hey, Pusha, they out here. They got some shit on your head. They trying to get some dirt.
Get that $100K.
I do want to eat. What can I give that maybe you can flip back on at another time?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I didn't
but
hear
that phone call never happened.
That's what he did?
No, supposedly, all the audio that the different people were talking to this connect that was linked to Drake, who was actually Pusha's person, that all got back to Joe Budden's and Pusha. So it's like, okay, look, I'm gonna tell you, because a lot of these niggas he didn't even fuck with per se. It was like, listen, she called me, she offered $100K. I told her that if you want to holler, somebody holler at DJ, but I'm gonna give you a heads up. I ain't really giving nothing, but this is what's going on. I don't even fuck with you like that. But I'm all the strength of VA versus the world. I'm gonna let you know this is the climate we in right now. It's war right now.
Let's get the bag and let's figure out what we're gonna tell him. Even if we tell him some bullshit.
That conversation has to happen so it doesn't seem like it's snaky.
Well, yeah, but you might even tell him some shit that ain't even the truth. Let him come out. Let him roll out with his fucking diss track with some shit that ain't even true.
And then you play the audio back of when they sold him the fake shit, and then you laugh like, you dumbass nigga. That shit was fake.
Now Drake look like he just handing out money for, he reaching hard as fuck. He done. That's the end of the game. Over.
Well, that sounds like a plan. Well, okay, look, we're around 1 hour. Where are we at right now?
110.
110. 110. We doing better.
112.
We doing better. We doing better. All right, cool. So not safe for air. Shall I introduce who's coming on next week?
Well, let's wait. Reason being is because sometimes we have these schedule issues because we have somebody supposed to be coming on, so I think that's one of those waiting things. Whatever. But y'all know, man, we here every fucking Sunday.
Every Sunday.
And
one of us around the same time.
We're gonna start
around the same time. That's gonna be the new shit too. Because we promised 12 o'clock right now.
We was here like 12:15.
Yeah, but it wasn't 12 o'clock.
Right.
So what we gonna say to save our asses? The new time around the same time, 12.
Hey, look,
till
this is the best thing for any and everybody to do that likes to come in, check on us, whether you from Japan, Australia, India, Europe, Netherlands. It doesn't matter wherever you're from. The easiest thing you can do, no matter what time we come on, is fucking turn on the post notifications.
There you go.
When you fucking subscribe to us, you can cut the motherfucker. You hit the little button. Doop. Turn on notifications, boop. And then every time we fucking go live, no matter what, it's 12 o'clock, 12:05, 12:10, 12:15. Y'all can tune right the fuck in.
Right.
So let's say for this, we about to tune out one time before you hit the button. Make sure you check us out on Instagram at Not Safe for Ears. Make sure you email us at notsafeforears@gmail.com. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. Check us out withlove.bbea for the sponsor. Let's work. We out. We out.